What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here, and welcome to How To Tame, a series where I will be covering all of the tameable dinos and the best way to tame them and their abilities if they have any. But first, small disclaimer. All this taming is done on a boosted server, so it goes much quicker. But the taming method is exactly the same that you would use on an official server. But it is going to take you a lot longer on an official server to gather the resources and to do the taming. But without out of the way, let's get to what we're going to be taming today. So, we are going to be taming the penguin, or the Kairuku, I think it's pronounced. I'm not too sure, I could be wrong. It's just a penguin to me. A really cool penguin. You can tame these. And it is a knockout tame, but it's a very hard. I want to say very hard because there is a possibility of killing the Kairuku. There is a really strong possibility of killing it if you have something that has really good weapon damage. So you got to be really careful on when trying to tame these. What are you going to use? Well, I'm going to use my shocking darts. Now, I'm hoping this doesn't kill it, but it might do because it has very low health but really high torpor. So this could go terribly wrong for me. Oh crap! Okay, it took one like a boss and it knocked it out. It took one, it ran off. It's like oh no. Good try, Kairuku. Good try. You little eye there. So, what do you really need to tame a Kairuku? Well, Kairuku has no kibble. It has no favourite kibble. It only has its food that it eats, which is meat. It is a meat eater. So, I've got some raw mutton here, which I'm going to place on the Kairuku. Okay, it ate it all pretty darn quick. And I put an egg on there. I didn't mean to. Boom. 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 So, this is the Kairuku. What are Kairukus good for? Nothing. Quite literally not a fat lot. It's just one of those dinos they added because of the resource that it can give off. Yes, that is right. They're basically just putting in the game so you can murder it and get a resource from it. Pretty sad, right? First of all, I don't want this to die on me. Its food was rather low there. I'm going to grab some meat real quick. Whatever, that'll do. And we're just going to put meat on it. Boom. So, yeah, Kairuku's abilities. There isn't none. But first, what meats are best? As you just seen, I used raw mutton, and raw mutton is the best type of meat if you're trying to tame any kind of carnivore if you haven't got the kibble. Everyone should know that by now. It was prime meat at the very beginning, but in the introduction of the ovis was the sheep, which gives off mutton and stuff. Raw mutton is the best. But if you can't get your hands on any raw mutton, it just goes back to raw prime meat. Then it's cooked lamb chops. Then it's cooked prime meat, raw prime fish meat, raw meat, cooked prime fish meat, cooked meat, raw fish meat, and cooked fish meat. They are all the meats that it will eat, so you can tame it with any kind of meat that you have. So, the Kairuku's abilities. It's got one ability when you tame it. It's only got one. It's not a very good one, but it has got one, and that is it generates a lot of heat because you usually only find Kairuku on icebergs where it's really cold. Their internal body temperature has to be really hot so they can survive. So Kairuku do let off a lot of body heat. So this means it can keep you warm on those cold winter nights if you have a few of them. Now, where we're looking, we got our hypothermic and hyperthermic installations right here between these two, right in the middle. A hypothermulation is 530 and a thermulation is 9. If we go a bit closer, will this change? It should do, and it hasn't. Now, I don't know why that is. Oh yeah, it's just gone up. You see it jump from 530 to 555. It's not a lot. It really isn't. But yeah, about 25. So if you got a bunch of these, maybe they could keep you warm on a cold winter's night. But other than that, Kairuku are pretty darn useless. They're pretty good for looking at because they are pretty cute. And what am I doing? I don't know. I don't want any of this. Just whistle passive and all. I wanted this so I can turn off the goddamn names. So yeah, this, you basically just get it because it looks really cute. It does look really cool. It's like suit, that what people call it. Its suit, its markings on its fur do look pretty darn awesome. Look at that, its chest right there. Pretty cool markings. So, what are Kairuku in the game for? Well, Kairuku provide a good source of organic polymer. When you kill them, you can harvest them for our organic polymer, which is really handy if you can't be asked to go and make proper polymer. So yeah, that's why they technically in the game, apart from being really cool looking, for organic polymer reasons. Now, the best way to harvest organic polymer from Kairuku, what is it? Well, there are 2 ways. Yes, 2 the best ways ever. I know most people will probably just go and kill them and hack them up with a hatchet or a pickaxe just to get some organic polymer. But that is not the best way to harvest the dead bodies. If you're playing on like the center or the island, the best way to harvest organic polymer from a dead Kairuku is a club. You get the most organic polymer from hitting a dead Kairuku with a club. Now, if you are on scorched earth and you just happen to spawn one of these in because you like them, or you're just messing around, you can actually use the chainsaw, which will also gather a lot of organic polymer. Now, I didn't know this until I read about it, but yeah, it seems to be that. But you don't really get Kairuku on scorched earth because there's no icebergs or anything. There just isn't. And that is the only place that Kairuku will spawn, is on icebergs. Well, that's where they're supposed to spawn, is only on icebergs. I have noticed a couple around on the center map spawn in the snow biome. It's very few and far between. It's like 1 or 2. Most of them do spawn on the only iceberg in the game, which is over that way. But yeah, that is the Kairuku. Not a lot of information about it because there isn't any special features. It's a boring knockout tame. You just feed it food. There's no special kind of kibble. It has one special feature, which isn't that special unless you've got a group of them. They're really cool to look at, so maybe you could tame a bunch of these and just spot them around your base just for decoration, maybe. But other than that, there isn't a fat lot to them, unfortunately. They're just meant to be killed and harvested for organic polymer. Really sad, but there you go. So mortals, I hope that you found this informative. If you ever do try and tame one of these, like I said, I don't see why you would, but maybe you just like the look of them and you want to tame them anyway. And this information helps you out. Don't forget to show that like button, who is boss, by punching it in the face. And if you've also learned something about how to harvest these with a club or a chainsaw, also don't forget to show the like button, who is boss, by punching it in the face. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And as always, mortals, don't forget to share it with your family and your friends and around the world. But that is it. I am Mortal T, and I am out.